Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dan. I am an Amazon seller. I've been doing this for a little over 5 years. And in today's video, I am going to be creating an FBA shipment. I'm going to be using a couple different programs to do that. I'm going to be using Amazon Seller Central to assist me in determining what products need to be sent in. I'm going to be using Inventory Labs to create the actual shipment. And I also have a few other items that I know I need to ship in, whether the price is good, my quantities are low, it's a new product for me. I also have a few products to do that, but for the most part, I'm sending in items that are low in stock. I'm replenishing what I already am selling in Amazon. So without any further ado, I'm going to grab the camera. I'm going to walk you over to my workspace. So again, we're in my basement, and this is my workspace. It's a pool table that's covered, and I do all of my prep for my shipments and my FBM on this workstation. This is my computer setup that I have. I have a Dymo printer hooked up, and then I also have a laser printer that I use on various occasions. So that is my setup, and now I'm going to show you my screen on my laptop, and we'll go from there. So this is the home page of my Amazon Seller Central, and you can see some information up here. Today I've sold $85. That's my sales. I have no buyer messages. My buy box wins down 1%, and that is my balance as of today of what Amazon will be paying me. Now again, Amazon pays every 2 weeks. I forget when the next pay period is. I think it's next week. I think it just got paid last week. So that is my paycheck as of right now. And just so that is not all profit. Roughly 50% of that will be profit. The other 50% is going to be costs, my costs. But what we're going to be paying attention to here is this IPI. Okay, the IPI is a pretty important variable that Amazon uses. Now, IPI stands for Inventory Performance Index. Inventory Performance Index, and Amazon uses this number a number of different ways. The way in which they use it that is most important to me right now is to determine how much space they will give me in their warehouses. Now, as of right now, the magic number is 400. You need to have an IPI above 400, and you have unlimited space within Amazon warehouses. Amazon has deemed that number at 400 as showing that you have a good grasp of selling on Amazon. You're keeping inventory moving. You don't have a lot of suppressed items. You don't have a lot of inventory that's restricted. You're doing a good job of not clogging up their warehouses. And that's what they're concerned about. You're picking good items, and you're selling those items at a fairly good rate. And that's what IPI is all about. Now, I'm going to base my shipment that I'm making today on one of the variables within the IPI. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to click on my IPI, and we'll go right from there. So looking at my IPI, just some real basic things about this. So as it says right here, the IPI was 400 or 450. They lowered it to 400 on January 1. Are they going to change that fourth quarter? There hasn't been any talk of doing that, and I would think that they would have let us know by now. So I think they're going to keep it at 400, which is pretty good. So right now I'm at 497. I took a big hit last week. I dropped 11 points. That's the biggest drop I've had in months. There's a couple reasons for that drop. The main reason for that drop is because I sent a big shipment in 2 weeks ago. And whenever I send a shipment in, I always price my items higher than what the buy box is. And then once they get received, I adjust my prices. And I do that on Saturdays. And I wasn't able to do that this Saturday. I was in Maryland helping my mom, so I wasn't able to do that. So as a result, I have a lot of items in Amazon right now that are not in the buy box. They're not selling because they're overpriced by $1 or two. So when looking at the IPI, it is determined by these four factors right here: excessive inventory, sell-through rate, stranded inventory, in-stock inventory. Now, if you guys want me to in the future, I'll do a video that breaks these down, but there are a lot of videos already out there that do that. What I'm going to be focusing on today is my in-stock inventory. But I will tell you this: the sell-through rate, the sell-through rate, from what I've read and from what it appears to be, is the most powerful. It has a lot more weight than the other variables. You know, again, IPI is based on these four things, but I don't think that they're weighted equally. I think the sell-through rate has a much higher percentage. If they were all equal, each one of these would be worth 25%. I think this sell-through rate is probably like 40%, and then each of these is 20, equaling 100%. But anyway, with that being said, so I'm going to be working on my in-stock inventory. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to scroll down. We're going to look at in-stock inventory. I have a roughly 64% in-stock rate. And I've got a warning here that that's really low. If I click on that, does it tell me something? No, it doesn't. So that's what we're going to work on today. So I'm going to go over to restock today, and we're going to click on that. So when we go to the restock inventory, this is what we get. It is showing me 21 items. It's showing me 21 items that Amazon feels I need to address. I'm out of stock. I'm either out of stock or I'm low on stock of these items. Now, some of these I don't have anymore. So I'm going to need to remove them from this page. So I'm going to do that right now. So these items right here, I have this. I am out of this one. I have sold out of that. So I'm going to click on that. Let's scroll down a little bit more. I have 2 units on that. I'm not going to send these in. The rank on this isn't great. I am out of stock on that. I do have more of these Dr. Scholl's Arch Pain, but I'd like for the price to get a little bit higher. So I'm going to remove that. I have more of that. I do not have either one of these. I am sold out. I'm sold out of this. I do have this cookie sheet. I am going to remove this also. I'm not going to be sending that in just because it's not cookie season right now. I have one of these. I am out of this book. I'm out of that book. I do have more of these Star Wars characters. I am out of that book. And I am out of both of these books. I am going to be doing a sourcing for books here at some point because I did a sourcing trip a couple months ago now, just for books. And I sold out of most of them. Not great profit, but right now with shopping at Ollie's, they're not getting a lot of new stuff in. So I could be using my time to go and source some books and get some of these really good selling books. But anyway, so I'm out of stock on these. And if I scroll back up, what action do I want to take on these 13 items? I want to hide the recommendation. So I'm going to hide that recommendation, click OK, and they'll disappear. So now I have just the items that are listed here are the ones that I will be restocking today. And that's what we're going to start doing. So now we're going to take a look at Inventory Labs, and we'll get started. So this program is called Inventory Labs. I have been using this for about 4 years now. I could not imagine doing Amazon without this program. It's an invaluable program for me. It allows me to do a number of things. Number one, create shipments for FBA. Now, you can create shipments without this program using Amazon Seller and their tools. And I did it a couple months ago. It wasn't easy. It really it took some watching some YouTubes. It was not easy. Using Inventory Labs for me, and most people that use it would agree, it is very user friendly. It's seamless. Um, It's also a very useful program when it comes time to do taxes. There are reports that you can print out that just allow you to see your profit loss, to track things. So from here, I'm not going to talk too much about the program other than the way that I'm using it today. So from here, I'm going to click on New Batch. Pause. And when I do that, this is the screen that comes up. I've blocked out my address. And I've got this all set up to, I'm going to be individually packaging this. It's for FBA, it's private. I will label all of my items. That's important to make sure that that's turned on. And it's also important to make sure that provide box content is turned off. You're going to be providing the box content, or at least for me, the way I do this, I provide the box content when I get to the Amazon seller portion of creating FBA shipment. If you turn it on, then you have to let them know within Inventory Labs what's going in each box. And maybe it's easier to do it that way. I just don't do it that way. And then you hit create. Once I hit create, this is what you'll have. You'll have this blank screen. You should have a scanner. And when you go to scan an item, it will show up here. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to pause this video and go over to GoPro. So this is the first item that I'm going to be scanning. This is the Crest toothpaste. If you recall back about 2 months ago, what did I get? 8 cases of these, I think. Here are the cases. And I've just been holding on to them. I have sent a couple of them in, and I set a price of, I think, 60% ROI, and I sold them the other day. So I know that my target price is being hit, so it's time to send more in. So I take my scanner, and you can hear that it clicked. And now we're going to go back to Seller Central and see what it looks like there. So when I scan that in, notice it comes up product not found. Probably shouldn't have started with this one. I would say 19 out of 20, 95% of the items that I scan will come up with the correct page. 5% don't. I happen to pick the one that does not. So what I'm going to need to do is type in this description area of what the product is. So I've typed in Crest Gum Detoxify. Let's see what we get. Now this particular one that I have is a pack of 4. And I do believe this is the one that I have, 4.1 ounces. And I'll find out as soon as I hit select. Because if this is the one that I have, it'll come up and it'll tell me if I already have it listed. And I have 3 still in stock, but I am going to replenish this. And I'm going to send in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sending in 10. It costs me $9.90. My current price is $27. I'm going to keep it at $27. My profit that I'm making is $7.65. Okay, going back to my restock inventory, I'm going to take a look at. Let's just do one that scans, because I know the Fixodent I'm going to have to type in. The Blue Buffalo I need to type in. They didn't scan, and sometimes that works as an advantage, because there probably are a number of FBA sellers that when they go sourcing, if it doesn't scan, they move on. I'll give it a few moments and I'll try and search it out by a title. And all three of these items, I had to search out by title, and then I found it. Not a lot of sellers. So it's entirely possible that I am doing well with these three products just because other sourcers just skipped it. If it didn't scan, they skipped. And that's fine with me. I'll spend the extra time. Let's take a look at this Toy Story item. This was a great item. So I am out of stock on it. All right, we're back on Inventory Lab, so we're going to scan the next item. Okay, so we scanned our Bo Peep from Toy Story. This is the item that I have. When I press select, again, it's going to come up and it's going to show me that I have 0 inventory and I have 0 inbound. The last that I sold for $92. We're going to replenish those. So let's take. So I have a couple more, but I'm only going to send in 2. I got it for $27. I got them in June at Ollie's. If we go over to this section over here, the current FBA price is $114 for this. The FBM, here's my FBM price, but I'm going to send those in FBA. But you know what I'm going to do? So I always ship in items higher than what the current price is, just because you don't know what's going to happen in the 2 weeks that it's going to take to get there. This might sell out and I become the high seller. So I'm going to put in for $119. That gives me roughly $68 profit on this item. 250% ROI. Now, does that happen with all items? No, absolutely not. This was a good item. I got lucky on this one. So we're going to add that to the batch. And again, it will come up. We're going to get that screen and it'll show us the 2 items that we have. And down at the bottom, it shows us that we have 2 items, 2 SKUs, total of 12 items. There's our average ranking. There's the value. Our net profit as of right now is $212. And our total buy cost was $153. All right, so that is Inventory Lab. So that was Inventory Labs, and that was also how I use the restock tool within Amazon Seller and how I use both of them together to create my next shipment. Now, I showed you 2 items. I'm now going to go through the rest of the Amazon restock inventory page, get all those items out, get them scanned in, and I will do a time lapse and show you me doing that, and then I'll come back and show you some of the profit at the end with my Inventory Lab of what my total profit for this shipment is going to be.
What you put into motion ain't gonna stop on your dime. So go swim against your tide. Refuse to swallow all your pride. The wave won't stop, so you might as well catch the wave and take the ride.
So that completes the items that I needed to add for my FBA shipment that were recommended by the Amazon Restock tool. Now I have a couple other items that I need to add to this FBM shipment because I need to add them. They're not, Amazon doesn't recognize them as being out of stock, but I know they're out of stock. And a couple of them make me sad. Here are 2 items that I'm going to be adding to this inventory that bring a tear to my eye because they're the last ones that I have. Now, these are great, great items. Not all items are like this. So these are the best of the best. And here they are. So this Neutrogena, if you've been watching my videos, a couple months ago, I brought this to everyone's attention. It cost me $4.50, and if we come over to the screen and look at Inventory Labs, it is currently selling for $39. The profit is $25. I have 12 left, and I'm sending them in. It's been a great, great item. Another really good item that I have is this Cascade. And again, I am out of the Cascade. I have 8 left. Bought it for roughly $12. It is selling for $55. $28 profit on each one. This has been a great item for me. Now, not only has it been a great item for me, and I'm out, but I've sold, when those are sold, I will have sold 161 of them. Over $4,000 profit on Cascade. It's been a great item. So the next item I have is this Aveeno. This Aveeno Suntan Lotion. Again, if you've been watching my videos for a couple months, you'll know that I was picking these up at every Ollie's that I saw. Felt very strongly that in the summertime, most people would sell out, and towards the end of the summer, I would be able to sell these at decent profit. Well, that's exactly what has happened. So let's take a look at Amazon Seller Central. So here's my app. I am selling these for $12.95. I am out of stock. And I haven't changed my price. I sold 48 of these for that price. It is $4 profit on each one. And now I need to restock. And I have a few of them. $4 each. I'm happy with my choice to buy those. Well, I've just finished counting the Aveeno. I have 65 of them at $4 profit each. I'll take it. Well, that concludes all of the items that I wanted to add into this shipment. Not too many. I have 13 different SKUs, 133 different items. And I'll show you the screen in a second. But here are the items on the table. And I have to now go through and get rid of the tags. Most of the tags, I removed all those. My family and I removed those last night. The Cascade's good. The dog food, that took a while. So I'm actually making a collage of Ollie's tags. I just started doing this a couple weeks ago, and I'm just gonna hold on to those, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Make some type of modern art with them, I guess. I'm not sure. So again, that concludes what I'm going to add. I'm going to remove stickers, and then I will come back and show you the next step in the inventory lab, what I would need to do next. So as I was editing this video today, I got to 25 minutes and I'm not even halfway done. So what I've decided to do is to end this video with this content. Selecting the items, getting them prepped for the FBA shipment, and then I'll make another video with the boxing up of the items and the preparation of the boxes to go to the UPS store. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If so, please hit the like. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It's a really big help. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Have a great day.